Zach is the son of Rick and Brenda Artley. Zach is lettered in football for 3 years. He is a member of Remembering Adam, Student Council, and NHS. Zach has been accepted to Slippery Rock and the accelerated program at Lake Erie College of Osteopathic Medicine. His future plans are to become an orthopedic surgeon and to play football at the Rock. Zach Artley. Jacob Fazer. Jacob is the son of Karen and John Fazer. Jacob has lettered in football for 2 years. Jacob's future plans include attending college and majoring in history. Jacob Fazer. Cage Kinney. Cage is the son of Lawrence Westbrook and Empry Kinney. Cage is lettered in football for 1 year. Cage's future plans include attending college, but he is undecided on a major at this time.
It is an Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night. We come to you from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank Relationship Banking, one customer at a time. Ernie Woodmar Field at Memorial Stadium in Blairsville. Tonight's matchup, the Blairsville Bobcats and Saltsburg Trojans. And we want to welcome everybody viewing the game on our streaming service this evening, and including our TV crew here, headed up by Andy Hart. We have Sean and Colton, plus ICTC students with us, the folks at SeaWorld Satellites. We thank Colonial Motor Mart. And all you have to do is go to our website or Facebook page and find the links on how you can watch tonight's broadcast between Blairsville and Saltsburg. Both teams come in 0-2 on the season. The Bobcats lost to Northern Cambria last week, 25-12. And that was the night that they lost quarterback Zach Hartley. A head-on collision in the early third period, and he is also out for tonight's game. But we do have good news on the Bobcat center, who is back in action this evening here for Blairsville. So
Cody has also
returned to play tonight. And for the Penns Banner Comets, who took on Saltsburg last week, they defeated the Trojans 33-13. So both teams looking for victory number one here this evening. It is senior night. Senior recognition activities taking place down on the field. We want to remind you that if you are sick or injured, Urgent Care is now open with 2 locations. One at IRMC Chestnut Bridge in Blairsville, and there's Urgent Care now in Indiana at MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana. They're open 7 days a week from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. Saltsburg Trojans coming in with a couple of former Blairsville Bobcats in their offensive unit, including their starting quarterback, junior Brandon Stacks. He's 6 feet, 170 pounds. He's thrown 1 touchdown. He's 24 of 24 passing this year, 185 yards and 4 interceptions. And also, one of their starting running backs, Trayvon Sincere McFarland, is a junior for the Trojans this year. We'll also see the likes of senior running back Gino Bartolini. He's in with 89 yards on the season. Angelo Bartolini, 157 yards rushing. He has a rushing touchdown. He also has a catch for a touchdown, and he's returned a kickoff for a score. The wide receivers for the Trojans will be Rocco Bartolini, a junior, 5'10", 165-pounder. He has 1 catch. Braden Yard will be a senior tight end, and David Stuller will also be the other wide receiver for the Saltsburg Trojans. Now tonight for the Bobcats, it will be Connor Rebo at left guard, a junior 5'6", 140. Jacob Fazer, a senior, at right guard, 5'10", 185. Logan Platts back in the lineup tonight. The center, a junior 5'9", 170. Cole Townsend at left tackle, a senior 6 feet, 160. And the right tackle, Isaac Whitmer, a junior 5'11", 220. In that backfield tonight for the Blairsville Bobcats, of course, Zach Hartley will be out of commission tonight, but we will see the likes of Isaiah Lawson, a junior, 5'9", 150 at quarterback for the Bobcats, and he'll also be spending time back there with senior Devin Whitmer, 175, 6'2" running back for the Bobcats. Cage McKinney at wide receiver. Ashton Perfetti.
Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise and then remove your hats for our national anthem to be followed by the Blairsville High School alma mater.
We will continue. We have more of our pregame show. On Cat Country in the Triple I High School. So let's have
is our #1 priority, and it should be yours as well. You could save the life of a child. This message from Smith Bus Company.
Back at our S&T Bank broadcast booth, Chuck Clark along with Coach Al Vittori for tonight's action between Saltsburg and the Blairsville Bobcats. It's time for our keys to the game, brought to us by the Colonial family of dealerships, Colonial Toyota and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience.
Well, Chuck, obviously there are always keys to any game or any type of contest. First and foremost tonight is not turning the football over. And that's going to be difficult to do considering we have quarterbacks by committee, with the loss of Zach Artley. Keeping that in mind, it also makes us more aware of creating turnovers, trying to shorten the field, which I'm sure Saltsburg is looking at the same thing. Shorten the field, allow your offense to operate on a 30, 40-yard playing field. It certainly enhances your opportunities. I think the other big key to the game is certainly field position based on the performance of special teams. Blairsville has struggled the last couple of weeks, giving up chunks of offense at inopportune times. If you recall the kick return from Penns Manor, and of course a couple chunk carries last week against Northern Cambria. I think the team has improved. I look at Saltsburg and I see them struggling in their first two games, playing some pretty solid opponents, but they have a strong running game. Bartolini brothers, you need a separate program for all of them.
4.
I think there's 5. It
might be 6.
5, maybe. But at any rate, good running backs, solid, great performers. And again, you have to contain them. You have to keep them under control. So plenty of keys. Execution is the biggest one.
And the pregame interview with Coach Artley, my last question was, did he think special teams would be important tonight? He said absolutely, yes, they will be.
Absolutely. Your kickoffs, the depth, the allowance of return, the ability to kick. I know Saltsburg has a very strong kicking game. Blairsville's is a work in progress right now. I think it has great promise. But here again, it all comes down to execution. It starts with the snap, goes to the hold, and we just take off from there.
That is our keys to the game, brought to you by the Colonial family of dealerships, Colonial Toyota and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience. Another great weather night for high school football this evening, and with the lack of rain we've had all summer, this playing surface in real good shape, Coach.
Well, it looks like it from here. You got to give a lot of credit to Adam Dowdrick and the guys that work on this thing, but there are significant bare spots out there. And hopefully that doesn't present a problem, because sometimes that turf lets loose. It is so dry. Mm-hmm. It is so dry and so brittle. But, no matter where you are, unless you're at Penns Manor or West Shamokin, that's going to be a problem.
I hear Cambria Heights has turf, too.
They do. And that used to be
right?
one of the – I'm going to talk – it was a goat pasture at one time. I believe it was in the off-season. But it is a beautiful facility right now. I've seen pictures of it, along with one of my other favorite places, Central Cambria, which used to be a bowl of mud back in the 90s, is now a turfed field and an excellent place to play.
Well, Cambria Heights will be coming into the conference next year. We'll be coming back here to Ernie Widmar Stadium at Memorial Field in Blairsville. It's our Indiana Regional Medical Center High School Sports Night coverage. Tonight, Saltsburg at Blairsville from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time. We'll be back after this 90-second timeout. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Owned Fox's Pizza Dens of Southern Indiana County are seeking staff for their Saltsburg, Blairsville, and Homer City locations. Get a flexible schedule and a fun work environment with competitive pay. A manager is needed in Saltsburg, and delivery drivers are needed at Homer City, Blairsville, Saltsburg, and their new Alexandria location. Visit on the web at ajobYouCanLove.com or stop at a location nearest you, or look on their Facebook pages to inquire about employment opportunities.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
Saltsburg Trojans, Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network. Nice to see the seniors coach had the opportunity to be recognized a couple of minutes ago.
Oh, absolutely, Chuck. You know, you never know. We've talked all season about playing every game like it's your last game and not wanting to take any chances. Not only are we having senior night tonight to recognize the band, the cheerleaders, and certainly color guard majorettes, and absolutely the football players. Tomorrow night, we're having a parade led by Blairsville and Blacklick Fire Department to honor the homecoming court. So we're trying to touch all bases and not miss anything. I really got to hand it to Mrs. Constantino. I know she's done a lot of work on this, Mrs. Thompson, so I'm sure there's other faculty members. But by and large, you know, I just like the idea that they're not taking a chance of missing things that happened in the spring, and that was certainly nobody's control there. Just everything's out of control. So
where and when is the parade?
It's going to be at 7 o'clock. It starts at the Diamond. It's going to go right up through downtown Blairsville to the football field for the crowning of the Queen.
Okay, and we've had our first case of COVID-19 interfering with the Heritage Conference schedule. Tonight's Homer Center at Marion Center game was canceled.
Was canceled, yes. And, hey, you got to do what you got to do. And we've been fortunate so far. But, you know, you just never know, Chuck. I mean, it could be anywhere. And,
that's right.
You just never know. There's nobody placing blame on anyone. It's just what's going on now.
Well, the Bobcats are scheduled to be on the road at United next Friday night, and we'll keep our fingers crossed and hope that everything remains the same for that situation. We'll be there with the coverage. 6:30 with our pregame show here on Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network. So, Coach, the Blairsville offense working all this week, getting ready for tonight's game. New positions for these people and the offensive unit. How did things go?
You know, the first day it was rough, and you know, obviously it's going to be. You know, it's a different story when you are the backup quarterback and running the Wildcat only. But when you have to understand timing, depth on pass routes, hips squared, so many things that have to happen to be a quarterback. There's a lot that goes into that position. It's not just something you jump into. So consequently, we'll be using both Isaiah and Devin at times. And I think as the week went on, it got a whole lot better. You know, is it perfect? No. And I think the kids realize, too, that it's going to take a strong defensive effort tonight to help this offense out. And that means create turnovers, shorten the field. I'm thinking that Saltsburg's looking at some inexperienced quarterbacks. I'll be shocked if they're not loading the line of scrimmage, loading the box, and bringing as many people as they can. So there are adjustments that you can certainly make to handle those situations. But here again, you know, no matter what happens, I think the most important thing is that these seniors are getting a chance on both teams to have an opportunity to play the greatest game, the greatest team game. And they're going to remember this all their lives, the sacrifices that had to be made and so forth. I think they're going to be better men because of it. And I'm just happy we got this far, and we hopefully live to play another day.
And there'll also be a couple of changes on defense because of the injury.
Well, absolutely. You know, it's going to bring up Jake Mosick, you know, who's been a in-and-out player, and he's going to be playing a whole lot tonight. You know, we have also Cody Taylor's going to be playing a lot more. We feel fortunate that Logan Platt came back off of an injury that ended up being somewhat painful, but, he's a tough kid, and he knows what's on the line here tonight. And, it's just the way things are, Chuck. You have a limited number of guys down there, and you just go out and play the game.
And for the Saltsburg Trojans, they're working with some new people on their offensive unit. A couple of fellas who before this year were Blairsville Bobcats. Their starting quarterback, Braden Stats, and their running back, Trayvon Sincere McFarland.
Yep, and you know what? I wish them well, but that's about all I'm going to say about that.
10-4. All right, both teams are out. Bobcats first. They will be kicking off to the Trojans.
Actually, Saltsburg won the toss and opted to receive. So Keith Bahana will be kicking the ball. Made a couple of adjustments. I put both of the Whitmer brothers, challenging them to race each other to the ball. So we'll see what happens here.
All right. Trojans, I like these uniforms Saltsburg's wearing. Sort of an old look type. They're white jerseys, big red numbers, red pants, and red helmets.
Hey.
Nothing too
easy
fancy.
So far to read the numbers.
Yeah. So we are set. Nice to have you along here tonight. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network, our video streaming crew on hand, and this kick is going to be bounced on the ground, touches the Trojan, and they'll fall on it, and Saltsburg will get possession, 1st and 10.
Well, it's probably not what Blairsville wanted to start the game off, to have it bounce off a player. The idea was to at least get it beyond the second row. But, hey, it's the way the ball bounces. I was hoping to keep them minus the 30. Instead, they're going to start on a 38. So it's probably about 9 yards more than I really wanted to see.
1st and 10 for the Bobcats, I should say for the Trojans, at their 38-yard line.
And they're sitting in the power eye, double tight, and that means we want to run you over.
Braden Stats at quarterback, motion man wide to the right. Now he gets set. Stats turns, hands it off. Bartolini up across the 45 to about the 46.5-yard line.
Yeah, he's a big, strong back. He's about 200, 210 pounds. He dragged the Bobcat with him. He was first hit at about a 4-yard gain and just kept on churning those legs. You cannot bring him down without bringing your legs. You got to bring the legs.
Gain to the 46. 2nd down and 4 for the Trojans. Opening
Again, they
drive.
start out in that power eye, which they motioned out of the last time, Chuck.
3 running backs behind Stats.
There's a flag.
Yep, there was some movement on the one running back before as they handed it off to McFarland.
They're going to go back 5 on that one. He was set, and then he started to move like he was going to put his hand down at the same time. That was definitely going to McFarland the whole way. That's going to bring up a loss of 5 and take it back to about 2nd and 8.
First penalty for either ball club in this opening drive. Trojans operating right to left. 2nd down and 9 from the 41-yard line. Stats working under center. Turns, hands it off. McFarland to the 45, 1st down 50. Far sideline 45 into Bobcat territory 30. And down and near the 22-yard line, Sincere McFarland.
Well, right off the bat, Blairsville had an alignment. 2 linebackers on the right side, nothing on the left side, but that doesn't take away from the explosive run of McFarland. He not only picked up the 8 he needed, he grabbed a lot more. And, one of the things we talked about all week, Chuck, was chunk plays, and that was a big chunk play. That thing went from about the 42-yard line all the way down to about the 9. That's a big chunk play. And nobody there.
They're going to mark it out the 24 of Blairsville. 1st down and 10 Trojans with 3 backs behind Stats at quarterback. He'll bump into one, roll to the right-hand side, have to keep the football and be tackled at about the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it was a missed handoff, broken play. It was a power eye, and it looks like they were going to run some kind of a little cross-buck action, isolate, and, of course, Stats pulled the ball, took it to the sideline, but he still picked up 4 yards. He got on the edge there. Got to make plays. Got to make plays. Fortunately, Ashton Perfetti came up and made the stop.
Stats made it to just outside the 20. They'll mark it at the 21 of Blairsville. 2nd down and 7, opening drive for the Trojans. Again with 3 backs behind Braden Stats. Clean handoff this time. McFarland right side. Tries to turn it upfield. He does. He'll get the first down and get down to about the 11 or 12 yard line of Blairsville.
Yeah, he slipped right out of the hands of a Blairsville defender right at the line of scrimmage there. That's what we talk about all the time, and it comes down to technique sometimes, Chuck. You have yourself engaged with a tight end there. You have outside leverage. You got to rip underneath, and you can make a play. But when you lunge, you better make the play because chances are you're going to be lunging on air, and that's exactly what happened.
In the red zone from the 12, marker before the snap on 1st and 10. Is it a penalty on the Saltsburg bench?
It looks like, well, it came from this side of the field. I sort of doubt if it was over there. See how many people they have out there. A lot of times what happens is that you have a offensive lineman put his hand down in the dirt and then pulls the hand back out of the dirt, and there is your motion penalty right there.
So this one will move it back to the 17. Now it's 1st and 15 for the Trojan offense. Braden Snats with a snap, hands it off to McFarland, and they're going to go to the fake to McFarland instead.
It was
and Bartolini.
Cody Taylor on the tackle, and again, textbook tackle, down low, get under the knee area there. That brings up a 2nd down. He picked up a couple. 2nd and about 13, Chuck.
Bartolini to the Bobcat 15-yard line. 2nd and long. This drive started back at the Saltsburg 38. Stats right side. There goes McFarland to the outside. Tripped up. Now, did he make the first down?
Well,
we'll have to wait.
Close because he was cut down by Cage Kinney, flipped over the top, which means he wasn't on the ground. He landed about a yard, yard and a half. And we talk about that a lot, Chuck, called YACS, yards after collision. The collision was definitely there, but he's getting on the edge way, way too easily.
And McFarland makes it to the Bobcat 4-yard line on that run.
Yeah, it's just they found a home on Blairsville's right side, left defensive side right now.
3rd and 2. Here comes the handoff again to McFarland. This time he's into the end zone for the Saltsburg touchdown. Trayvon Sincere McFarland puts the Trojans up 6-0. 9:07 to play, first period.
Hey, nothing fancy about it, Chuck. They ran a little cheat back that time, which means they took the power back, moved them up in the line. Just basically an isolate situation, and Sincere just followed that ISO back right in. I don't think anybody touched him, to tell you the truth.
No. 4-yard touchdown run. They'll go for the extra points on the kick. And there's the snap, and there's a whistle.
There was motion in the offensive line. The kick was no good. I don't know if they're going to go again or would they go for 2 here. Looks like they're going to stay on the field.
Okay.
That ball is going to be about the 8-yard line, which means it's going to be a 25-yard extra point.
Tristan Russler for this long extra point attempt. There's the snap. Here's the kick. It's low, and it is good. So the Saltsburg Trojans take the lead 7-0. It's an IRMC High School Sports Night. Back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
to you by the Colonial family of dealerships, Colonial Toyota and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience. For Saltsburg, a 62-yard scoring drive in 7 plays. Sincere McFarland from the 4-yard line for the touchdown. After the penalty, the long extra point was good, and the Trojans lead it 6-0. So the Bobcat defense learned that they're going to keep it on the ground as much as they can tonight.
Oh, there's no doubt about that. That's where everybody's been making their money.
End over end kick fielded across the 20 for the Cats, 25-30, 35-yard line, and that's where the defense catches up with the Bobcats ball carrier.
That's a decent return for the Cats. They took it on about the 17-yard line, brought it out. Looks to be like, 36-yard line. Tackle by Rocco Bartolini. Good open field tackle.
So 1st and 10 for the Bobcats from their 36. We'll see a couple of quarterbacks tonight. Isaiah Lawson, Devin Whitmer. And it will be Lawson who gets the first snap. Well, at least he's lined up that way anyhow.
Yeah, I think he's going to get it.
And he does. He'll roll to the right. Stops, looks, keeps the football to the 35. Gets a hole at the 40. 45 to the 50. And he gets inside Saltsburg territory. Good first play run by the Bobcats, Isaiah Lawson.
Well, it's not only big plus yardage, but it's confidence for Isaiah. And really, again, Rocco Bartolini saved a touchdown there. He held his ground, kept his base, and absolutely froze him right there. And a good hustling effort coming back the other way. Angelo Bartolini. Like I said, you need your own program for that.
1st and 10 from the 49. Handoff to the right side. Gets across the line of scrimmage. Cage Kinney. And then he's pushed out of bounds. There it is.
There it is.
Penalty marker on the play.
It's one thing when you're going to tackle on the sideline, but when you give a shove, when you're on the track, that's probably going to draw a flag, and that's going to go about 15 down the field.
Kenny hit hard and then really pushed after he was out of bounds.
No, he was way out of bounds.
And this will be the 3rd flag on the Trojans.
I don't think it was intentional. I mean, it's these guys
you get
are
your
aggressive.
momentum going. And,
yeah, you're running,
And there's not a whole lot of room between that bench and the actual playing field.
It's not here. And then throw in a curb down there, which is absolutely dangerous. And we won't even get into how I tried to keep this from actually happening. But,
I remember.
Why listen to me?
So that's a 1st and 10 for the Bobcats at the Trojan 30-yard line. Saltsburg ahead, 7-0. Was there a jump? Somebody jumped.
Well, the snap was either late or the offensive line jumped because everybody was up. He went to pull out and did not have the ball yet. So take your pick, You could pick on any one of about 7 people there.
Yeah. Logan Platt still at center for the Bobcats.
Oh, absolutely.
Yep.
He's doing a nice job.
Yep.
And
this will move it back to the 35.
It's a difference in cadence. It could be so many things. Maybe he just pulled out too soon. I mean, who knows?
1st and 15. Blairsville at the Trojan 35 as we play in the first period. 8:20 to play. 7-0 Trojans. Bobcats. Kinney. There's another penalty marker. And Cage is stopped for a loss off the left side. Little extra curricular activity here between a Bobcat and a Trojan.
We have a motion penalty on the Cats, I believe. They're probably going to decline it and take the loss. I mean, absolutely blew up the offensive line on the left side that time. Brad Miller, sophomore, 6 foot, 235-pound defensive tackle.
And they will decline the penalty.
Certainly. They're going to take that loss. It was probably about a 3 or 4 yard loss. It's going to bring up a 2nd down. Not a chance to play it over again, or absolutely play it over again.
Line of scrimmage moves it back to the 37. So the Cats are looking at a 2nd and 17 on this opening drive, trailing 7-0. Perfetti flank wide to the right. Receiver also wide left. Motion man. Lawson gets the snap. Penalty marker on the play again.
That's going to be against the Cats. There's no doubt about it.
No gain on this play.
They'll take the loss on that, too. He turned upfield The Blairsville receiver in motion that time turned upfield probably a step before the snap. Can't do that. So it's a 5-yard penalty. I think once again they're going to take the loss.
7:49 to play. You're right. Line of scrimmage now back to the 43-yard line.
Talk about playing behind the sticks, Chuck. You know, we're looking at third down here, probably about 25 yards.
Cats had that first play of the game for them, big run to the 36, and now they're back to their Saltsburg 43, 3rd and 24.
I was close.
They're going to line up.
I just guessed it.
With a pair of receivers to the left.
Not a lot of coverage out there. They're giving a lot of ground.
Pistol formation, Lawson dumps it over the middle, caught at the 45 to the 40, and up to about the 35-yard line. Will be about 5 or 6 yards short of the first down.
Yeah, he dumped a little screen to Hank Skirball. Picked up a little bit of the loss. It's still going to bring up a 4th down. And a good 16, I'd say.
Yep. And they'll mark it at the Saltsburg 36-yard line.
They picked up 11 on that play.
So 4th down.
4th down, and it looks like a punting situation.
Whitmer averaging about 33 yards per punt this season. Devin will wait for the snap from center.
I hope he takes it to the left side.
It's good. Straight up to the right side and out of bounds. Short kick.
Didn't want that.
So
that's probably going to be about maybe a 10-yard punt off the side of his foot. But you'll have that, Chuck. I mean, they're 16, 17 years old. As much as you practice it, you know, those fundamentals have to be sound. And unfortunately, you know, Devin has to wear a lot of hats. Quarterback, slot back, tailback, linebacker, outside linebacker, strong safety, punter,
Trojans.
punt returner, kick returner. He's got them all.
1st and 10 at the 25. Direct handoff, McFarland cuts it to the right, across the 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, and he's into Bobcat territory. It's inside the 40-yard line. 1st down.
Hey, listen, Chuck, there's nothing fancy about this. This is student body right. It's a power play to the right. They're double teaming Blairsville's edge, and Sincere has a lot of speed. There's no doubt about it. And when you give him a little bit of daylight, he's going to take a lot. And, you know, they could run that play all night.
And he takes it down to the Bobcat 40-yard line. Big run for McFarland. 1st and 10, Saltsburg Trojans.
Misalignment here again.
Stats, left side handoff. And again, McFarland picks up yardage, keeps the legs moving down near the 30-yard line. Rebo on the stop for the Bobcats.
And that's just hustling back downfield for him. He was on the other side of the line of scrimmage that time. He had to make a great adjustment to come back down. But, you know, you got to take on these blockers. You can't wait for blockers. You have to attack blockers. If you're waiting, you become the bowling pin.
McFarland for 9.
That's not what you want to be.
2nd and 1 now from the Bobcat 31-yard line. Braden Stats, quick hitting handoff inside.
Bartolini.
We'll get inside to 30.
Gino Bartolini, 200-pound sledgehammer. No problem there.
1st down, Trojans. First drive, 62 yards and a 7-0 lead. This drive starting on their 25, and they're now down to the Bobcat 27-yard line. Coming up on 5 minutes to play, first period, being brought to you by Friends of Jim Struzzi. Here goes McFarland. Again, he wants to cut to the right. He does. 20, 15, down near about the 11-yard line, and another 1st down for McFarland and the Trojans in the red zone.
A lot of missed tackles out there, Chuck. A lot of missed tackles. But a lot of good running. I mean, Saltsburg came in here with a plan. They see Blairsville giving up 300 yards on the ground per game. Why throw the football? You know, they're going tight end, double tight.
First and 10 from the Blairsville 11, so they can get a first down without scoring. And here comes Bartolini on the left side. Going to be pulled down from behind, but he picks up a couple of yards.
Yeah, it was an isolate. Basically the old Ernie Widmar crossbuck. Both backs go up the right guard slot. The right guard pulls, and they give it to the power back coming around the left end. And believe it or not, that's the best stop Blairsville's had tonight. They held them to less than 3 yards.
And that was Gino, I believe, on that carry.
That was Gino.
Second down from the Bobcat 8-yard line.
I think it was Angelo.
Well, it was a Bartolini.
It was 30.
Okay, here he comes inside again and into the end zone for the Trojan touchdown. That is Gino. Gino Bartolini for the score.
Absolutely no problem. He had arms on him at the line of scrimmage, and, you're not going to deny him. Obviously, he works hard in that weight room. He spends the time to do the job, and, right now Blairsville is on its heels and losing the battle at the line of scrimmage.
So that was a touchdown run of 8 yards. And it's now 13-0 Trojans as they go for the extra point kick.
Yeah. Gabe Coleman, let's check that.
There's the snap.
Kyle
Here's the
Rossler.
kick. It's going to be blocked. And it's Nair MC High School Sports Night. 3:50 to play first period. 13-0 in favor of the Trojans. Back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3. Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Owned Fox's Pizza Dens of Southern Indiana County are seeking staff for their Saltsburg, Blairsville, and Homer City locations. Get a flexible schedule and a fun work environment with competitive pay. A manager is needed in Saltsburg, and delivery drivers are needed at Homer City, Blairsville, Saltsburg, and their new Alexandria location. Visit on the web at ajobYouCanLove.com or stop at a location nearest you, or look on their Facebook pages to inquire about employment opportunities.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Presented by friends of Jim Struzzi, candidate for state representative in the 62nd District. And now let's get back live to the stadium.
And our scoring drive is powered by the Colonial family of dealerships, Colonial Toyota and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience. We'll get to that after this kickoff, which is end over end, headed to the right sideline and out of bounds. The drive for the Trojans. 75 yards in 6 plays. Gino Bartolini running it in from the 8-yard line. Extra point kick was blocked. 13-0 Saltsburg.
Right now they kicked it out of bounds, and I believe Blairsville is going to make them re-kick. They'll move it back to the 35-yard line. And Blairsville obviously will move up to the 45. Check that, 50, yes. 50, 45, correct.
Okay.
45-yard line. I think they were offside too, to tell you the truth. But there's nobody on the line to even see it. Seems like a mistake there also.
This one's going to stay in play. Bobcats will watch it bounce past Widmar down to about the 1-yard line. He'll pick it up to the 5, up to the 10. And that's where he meets the return coverage from Saltsburg, and they make the stop.
Well, again, that ball went from the 40-yard line. Check that, the 35. That's 15 plus 40. That thing went 55 yards in the air. That was a heck of a kick. Line drive. Heck of a kick.
And the Bobcats will start it from their own 10-yard line. With a long way to go for this drive. 13-0 in favor of the Trojans. 3:43 to play first period.
You know, it's hard to return a ball, Chuck, when you don't catch it.
Yeah.
You know, and they were probably lined up on the 12 to 15. Not a very good adjustment to the ball in flight.
Lawson at quarterback.
Empty set.
Yep, he's in the pistol formation. Motion man is Kinney. Lawson keeps it. Finds a hole, gets up across the
That's a nice play.
12-yard line.
You run a jet sweep. It's basically a trap for the quarterback off the jet sweep fake right to left.
Gain of 5 to the 15, 2nd and 5. 3:19 left first period. Trojans 13, Bobcats nothing. Cats offense trying to put some points on the board in this drive, and here they'll roll to the right, and boy, there's the defense back at about the 6-7 yard line to make the stop.
Well, again, anything picked up was lost right there, and again, it was an absolute blown play. The motion never got a chance to set, so there's absolutely, coach calls a timeout because it was absolutely wrong.
It's an IRMC High School Sports Night, 13-0 Saltsburg. And we'll be back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months, and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
Inspections and the best service departments in the state, why shop anywhere else? So whether you're looking for a new Toyota, Mazda, Mitsubishi, Cadillac, GMC, or even one of the best used car selections in the state, just stop in at Colonial Motor Mart or Colonial Toyota and see why the Colonial experience can't be beat.
The first quarter is being presented by Friends of Jim Struzzi, candidate for state representative in the 62nd District. And now let's get back live to the stadium.
On 3rd and long, about 12 needed. Incomplete pass off the left side. So the Bobcats are now in punting position. Line of scrimmage is their own 6. 2:36 left first period. Good snap. This kick going to be short. Going to cross, well, maybe the
off the side of the foot.
18-yard line.
I don't know if they're going to even have to move the sticks.
So Saltsburg will get it at the Blairsville 21, 1st and 10 and leading by 2 touchdowns.
It was a 15-yard punt. Devin's a much better punter than he's shown these first 2 punts.
Yeah, averaging about 33 a kick coming into tonight's game.
Yeah, well, that's going to change.
So the Bobcats now will come out on defense.
Such a shortened field.
1st and 10 for Saltsburg. On the right side, McFarland with a little bit of a hole up inside the 14-yard line.
When it started, I can't see who it was, but one Blairsville defensive lineman got absolutely blown up by the tandem of the backs. And then, of course, the tackle was missed at the line of scrimmage. It's unfortunate, you know. Those guys get down like anybody else. You just got to wrap and you got to run your legs. And right now, it's not happening.
Line of scrimmage, the Bobcat 14, 2nd and 2 for the first down as the Trojans operate for the 3rd time in this first half in the red zone. Here comes another inside handoff. Bartolini.
Yeah, just a little cross-buck action in there. There's nothing really fancy about this. It's a very manageable offense. There's no gambles. There's no gimmicks. They're just looking at you and saying, hey, stop me.
Bartolini to the 9 for a Saltsburg first down.
1st and goal.
Yep, 1:40 to play first period. 13-0 Trojans. Braden Stats at quarterback. Stats under center, turns, McFarland. Slight move to the left to about the 5.
He picked up about 4 there. Again, good drive off the ball. You know, you talk about how do you win the line of scrimmage? Well, it's called low pads. Low pads yields leverage, and right now, Saltsburg has the low pads.
And they'll put it right at the Cat 5-yard line. 2nd and goal inside a minute from the 5. Stats again to McFarland. He loves that right side to the 5, to the 4, to the 3, and into the end zone for the 3rd Saltsburg touchdown of this first period. 45 seconds to play in the quarter.
Now here again, you get good penetration into the backfield. You got to buzz your feet. You got to stay inside-outside relationship with the ball carrier. You just can't lunge at a quick back like Sincere McFarland. You're not going to make a tackle. And, of course, there's really nobody moving to the football. I never saw so many heads down as I'm seeing right now.
19-0 Trojans. They're going to go for the 2-point conversion. Here's Stats. Wants to throw it. End zone. Man's open, but he overthrows him. Incomplete. It's an IRMC High School Sports Nights. And our score, with 45 seconds to play in the first period, Saltsburg 19, Bobcats nothing. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
It's basic common sense, but sometimes even common.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Representative in the 62nd District. And now let's get back live to the stadium.
And our scoring drive is driven by the Colonial family of dealerships, Colonial Toyota and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience. For the Trojans, McFarland, a 5-yard touchdown run. The drive was only 21 yards after that short punt. It came in 4 plays. The 2-point conversion was no good, and Saltsburg has the lead 19-0.
You know, Chuck, coming into this game, I knew it was not going to be an easy game. I don't know if our kids knew that, and I don't know where they're getting any kind of thoughts like that, because it certainly wasn't presented that way. They have strong running backs, and we are not very good against the run right now.
And they have a good offensive line.
Well, it's a young offensive line.
Here's a kick, end over end, not very long. Bounce and picked up at the 35, and the Cats return it near the 35-yard line. I'll wait for the spot. 34 is what they'll say. 1st and 10, Blairsville. Down by 3 scores. Isaiah Lawson leading the offense with a 1st and 10 from the 34. Twin receivers left. Lawson wants to throw. Looks over the middle. Man wide open. 40, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5. He takes it to the house. Touchdown,
Hank
Bobcats.
Skirball. Number 32, Hank Skirball. That thing goes, well, Chuck, we're going to do some math
66.
here. 16, 66 yards.
With 29 seconds left in the first period, a 66-yard touchdown pass.
And Blairsville will try for the extra point combination. Isaac Whitmer to snap. Ashton Perfetti to hold. Keith Bahena on the kick.
Wide open for the Bobcats. Bohannon lines it up. It's a low snap. He gets a pretty good kickoff, and it is no good. So it's 19-6. The point after was missed.
You know, the snap was low. You know, here you can't tell how it was handled. You really can't tell how it was handled, so you just got to go with it. I mean,
well,
just like so many other things, you know, it's a lot of work put into it, but you still have to execute in the game. Everything looks wonderful in practice. You got to execute in the game. And I'll be quite honest with you, you know, we prepared for every Saltsburg offensive play that they showed the last 2 weeks. And credit to them, they come out with a power eye and just run it right down your throat. Smart, yes.
Drive recap driven by Colonial Family of Dealerships, Colonial Toyota, and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience for the Bobcats. One play, 66-yard touchdown pass, Lawson to Hank Skirball. The point after was missed. So
Needed
it's a 66-yard drive.
You needed that
play.
extra point, Chuck.
Yes.
But what you need more than anything else, you need a 3 and out. You need a stop. You absolutely need a stop.
So it's 19-6 in favor of Saltsburg. Well, the Cats get 6 of those back. I want to remind you that if you're sick or injured, Urgicare has 2 locations, Chestnut Ridge and Blairsville. Also at Med Express, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. Cats have it at the 40 as they kick it off, now down 19-6. Closing moments of the first period. That's a better kick. High end over end. Trojans field it to 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, and up across the 40-yard line. Angelo Bartolini with a return.
That's going to be interesting to see who this is on now.
After the tackle.
Yeah.
22 seconds left, first period.
I believe it's an unsportsmanlike conduct, but I'm not sure who it's on yet.
All right.
And it looks like it's going against the Trojans. That's going to go back 15 yards.
That's their 4th penalty of the first half.
From the point of tackle, so that's really taking it back. You know, it's a decent kick, but got to get down, got to break down, got to make plays. And unfortunately, you know, right now Blairsville has a lot of young kids out there who just don't quite understand the significance of getting off the ball, getting downfield in a hurry. Good kick.
Penalty.
It was tackled. He was tackled about the 35, so.
Penalty puts it at the 25. 1st and 10 for the Trojans. Braden Stats snaps, gets the handoff, hands it off. He'll get it up close to the 30, maybe the 31-yard line. It's McFarland, the ball carrier.
Hank Skirball on the tackle, but here again, you know, you got to get more bodies to the ball. Right now, our linebackers are nowhere to be seen. You got to get bodies. Those linebackers got to get more active, got to get them to the football. And
that is the end of the first period. It is an IRMC High School Sports Night. Saltsburg 19 and Blairsville 6. We're back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
You've been involved in a collision or accident, call the collision repair specialist Petroff's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petroff's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
Owned Fox's Pizza Dens of Southern Indiana County are seeking staff for their Saltsburg, Blairsville, and Homer City locations. Get a flexible schedule and a fun work environment with competitive pay. A manager is needed in Saltsburg, and delivery drivers are needed at Homer City, Blairsville, Saltsburg, and their new Alexandria location. Visit on the web at ajobYouCanLove.com or stop at a location nearest you or look on their Facebook pages to inquire about employment opportunities.
Some corrections there. Again, kickoff team, it's, again, just like anything on defense, Chuck, it doesn't take a whole lot of skill. It takes a whole lot of want. Defense isn't finesse. Defense is I want to do it. And unfortunately right now, the numbers being that they are, that's just the way Blairsville is. And we are young in certain areas. Right now we're looking at a junior, and a senior in that front four.
1st and 10 Trojans at their 29-yard line. Stats to McFarland, to the 30, to the 35, maybe the 37-yard line.
Yeah, he did a real nice job. He was hemmed in very well by the corner that time, and he just kept his legs going. He had people on him, just kept his legs going. You want to talk about improvement over last season? There's no doubt. That's a year maturity. Yeah. He's handling the ball a whole lot better. He was quite prone to fumble before.
I think Sincere averaged 4 fumbles for the first 3 games of the year last year.
Yeah, he might have led the nation there, but not now.
That's a first down run, 1st and 10 from the 31 for the Trojans. McFarland on the left side to the 40, 45, 50. 45, and that's a high tackle, and there's a flag. Did I see one?
In the back there. Nobody called that baby. Nah, that tackle's legal. I mean, it wasn't a face mask. It wasn't a horse collar. Now they're talking about something now, so we'll see. I haven't seen a yellow flag. Oh, there is a flag on the play. That was late. They're going to call it horse collar.
Yeah, I thought it was a little high.
Well, Again, corner play is so critical that you must come up outside in. That time the Blairsville corner came inside out, and unfortunately, you got somebody with speed out there. He set it up. He took that dip inside, took it back outside. That was a nice running back play on Sincere's part, and poor corner play on the Blairsville side.
Yeah, it's a flash if you're on defense. It goes by you and you try to grab it, and sometimes you miss.
You miss a lot there.
1st and 10 from the 26. Inside handoff up to about the 21-yard line. I would think that's Bartolini when they unpile. It looks like it is.
Gino Bartolini.
Logan Platt on the stop for the Bobcats.
Logan Platt on the stop, along with, I believe, Ethan Brain.
And they'll mark it at the 22-yard line for Saltsburg. They lead at 19-6. Opening drive of the second quarter. Ernie Widmar Field here at Memorial Stadium.
Hey, the bottom line, Chuck, is they are winning from tackle to tackle. You could put anybody back there to run with those gaping holes. And you have 3 big backs there.
2nd and 7. And it will go to Bartolini on the left side. He has a hole. 10, 5, touchdown, Trojans.
Again, a breakdown, missed tackle at the line of scrimmage. Don't take away from the run. Who wants it more? I think that answers itself right there.
Saltsburg's Angelo Bartolini for the touchdown.
Saltsburg in the first 2 games ran none of this. I think you're going to see a lot more of it as the season goes on. They tried to do a lot of the things that they've done in the past 2 seasons. There's been some critical changes.
2-point conversion.
They'll toss this way.
Yep, they'll shift 2 players. Comes to the right. McFarland stopped at about the 1. It's an IRMC High School Sports Night. 10:20 to play, second quarter, 25-6 Saltsburg. Back in 30 seconds, Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
In sports, game plans are essential.
If you want to reach more customers, advertise your business affordably, increase sales, and grow your business, this message is for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager. At Renda Broadcasting, our marketing and digital team will take your advertising to new heights. Your business will soar with Renda Broadcasting and Digital. So if you're just getting your business off the ground or your existing business is sputtering, let our team go to work for you. Call Renda Broadcasting and Digital at 724-465-4700.
5 state inspections, and all for free, you won't find a better value anywhere. So, stop in at Colonial Motor Mart or Colonial Toyota and see why the Colonial experience can't be beat.
The second quarter is brought to you by The Locker Room at Diamond Medical Supply, official supplier for Team Medical Supplies, Oakland Avenue, Indiana.
Bobcats field the kickoff off the 20, up to the 25, 30, 35, and out of bounds. And our scoring drive, powered by Colonial Family of Dealerships, Colonial Toyota, Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial difference. For Saltsburg, Angelo Bartolini, a 22-yard touchdown run, 75 yards in 5 plays. The extra 2-point conversion no good, 25-6 in favor of the Trojans. Bobcats with a 1st and 10 at their 38-yard line. And a quick handoff inside, very short gain, if any.
Yeah, it was a great penetrating move by their linebacker, number 55, who, by the way, is not listed.
Okay.
So it's kind of hard to recognize. We'll check here again. I don't see a 55 anywhere on the roster. I apologize. And I'm looking at the updated one, and I'm looking at this year's. And
second down, 13, Cats from their 35-yard line. Isaiah Lawson waits for the snap. Long count. He gets it. Wants to throw. Looks. Dumps it off. Caught at the 35, 40. Widmer 45 and up across the 50-yard line.
Big play on the screen. Well read. Dumped it. Isaiah did a nice job dumping it under a lot of pressure. People coming. They sucked in real hard on that. I stand corrected. That was not a linebacker. Whoever 55 is, he's playing defensive tackle. And he went completely unblocked.
That pass to the Saltsburg 47, Isaiah not doing a bad job throwing. 3 of 4 with a touchdown.
Now again, you got to do what you can do. You know, obviously our playbook has been cut back significantly.
First down and 10 for the Cats. Here comes Kinney on the right side, and he tries to get loose, but can't. Maybe got back to the line of scrimmage.
You know, something has to happen to get 11 out of the box. You know, right now, Saltsburg is crowding the line of scrimmage. You know, you want to know why Hank Skirball was so wide open? Well, you got protection, obviously, and he blew by everyone because if you look at it right now, you're about to see probably 9 in the box.
No gain?
They're playing a cover 3 shell right now.
Second down from the 47. Lawson takes it to the right side, has to reverse. Now comes again towards the sideline. 50. And just as he was about to cross the 45, there come 4 white and red Trojan shirts to make the stop.
Well, I got a huge break there, too, because that whistle blew. But a number 3, make sure that's the right number, Luke Woodring, he stole the ball. He pulled it right out of his hands. Blairsville got a big break there. You can only cut back so many times. You know, if you're running left to the boundary or running right, you know what's behind you. You can't cut back that many times. He made something out of nothing that time, but it brings up 3rd down and a long 9 yards.
Football sits at the Saltsburg 46, 7:30 to play, second quarter, 25-6 Trojans. Twin receivers to the short side to the left of Lawson, who has the snap. Looks that way, fires, intercepted at the 40. Trojans at the 45, 50, 45, and inside the 45-yard line as Saltsburg picks off Lawson's pass.
And again, you know, it's not his fault. He had time, but he was looking at Devin Whitmer, and Gino Bartolini was looking at him, and I watched him come across the field. He read his eyes, he read the ball, he stepped in front and picked it off, and that's exactly what's going to happen with a very inexperienced quarterback putting into a really untenable situation.
And he brings it back to the Bobcat 41-yard line. Great field position for the Trojans. They're up 25-6.
Cole Townsend on a real big tackle there.
Braden Stats under center. 3 backs behind him. Here's the turn. There's the give. McFarland left side, 35, 30, 25, 20, 15. Kinney at the 10, and they bring him down inside the 10-yard line.
Again, tackled in the backfield and missed. You got to wrap. You got to run your legs. You know, he's a strong running back. He runs with authority. Step right out of that tackle because, again, if you're dragging, if you're lunging, any good back is going to run out of that, and that's exactly what's happening here.
Big night for McFarland. Takes that one from the 41 to the 8. Again, the Trojans inside the red zone. First and goal at the Blairsville 8. Here comes McFarland again, and they grab him around the ankle. Short gain.
That time it was Logan Platt on a little inside stunt, came down from behind and dragged him down. Probably no gain on the play. It's going to bring up second down and goal, and they've not moved the stick, so yep. I'm going to go with a no gain.
We will keep it at the 8-yard line. 6:22 to play, second quarter. Trojans 25, Bobcats 6. Stats to the line of scrimmage. Takes a look at his trio of backs. Gets the snap. Bartolini inside to about the 5. That will be
nice
Gino.
Job. Yeah, Gino really, he ran into a little bit of a wall that time, and believe it or not, the smallest defender on the field, Connor Rebo, actually stood the offensive lineman up. Gino runs into him, and of course, a group of tacklers, led by Ethan Brain, were able to bring him down. He picked up probably about a yard and a half. If I was a betting man, which I am, if I bet your money,
yes, indeed,
I'm saying they're going to get on the edge again. That's where they've been making their money tonight.
At the Blairsville 6. Third down. Stats with the snap. Pitches left. Here comes McFarland. 5 to the 4. Penalty marker on the play. Inside the 4-yard line.
It's a hold on Saltsburg. That's going to go back 10. Blairsville will definitely take the penalty. That'll bring up fourth down, though. Of course, you don't want to let them have the ball on the 2 or 3 yard line, so they're definitely going to take that back. And that'll bring a replay of third down, and I'm going to say third and goal from the 19-yard line, Chuck.
All right. And McFarland looks like a completely different runner this year, or at least tonight. Anyway.
You know, he looks like he did against North Star in the Mud Bowl last year.
There you go.
There's no doubt about it. Yeah, he's had that in him all
along. That was 2
along.
Years ago, Coach.
Okay.
Yeah.
I stand corrected there.
Third down from the Bobcat 20-yard line.
Toss.
They'll shift. Pitch inside. Bartolini tries to get loose to the 15, to the 10. And they're going to be short of the first down.
That's a nice play. They ran the scissors action off the fake. They motioned, shifted both running backs to tight twins right, 1+1 off of the tight end. Faked the toss to Sincere to go that way and handed the ball back inside to Gino Bartolini, who stepped out of a couple tackles. He was able to pick up probably
10 yards.
10 yards there and should have been a loss. So we're looking at a fourth down and goal from the 9.
All right, 4:19 to play, first half. Saltsburg 25, Blairsville 6. And we're going to have a officials timeout here.
Nah, I think it's going to be a Saltsburg timeout.
So the Trojans call timeout. And we can remind our listeners that if you are sick or injured, remember, Urgicare is now open at 2 locations, at IRMC at Chestnut Ridge in Blairsville, and Urgicare also open in Indiana at MedExpress, 2128 Oakland Avenue in Indiana. Both locations now open 7 days a week, 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. Tomorrow morning at 8 o'clock, the Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner program on WDAD, AM 1450, 100.3 FM. We'll have interviews from all of our coaches in tonight's games. We'll have reviews, some radio replays, and all the scores, not only from the Heritage Conference. Check out the WPIAL and District 6 as well. Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner tomorrow morning, 8 o'clock. WDAD AM 1450, 100.3 FM, and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. Big first half for the Saltsburg Trojans. Before this drive, they had already accumulated 233 yards with about
and they've not
all
put
on
the
the
ball
ground.
on the air.
No, they
all
are just
on the ground.
Yep, that's
and again,
all on the ground.
And again, unless you're going to come off the ball, that's what you're going to see. And we have not found the key to coming off the ball yet. It happens occasionally, but generally not. I like play action right now and throw the football.
Trojans, 4th down from the Blairsville 9. Motion left and right.
There's nobody out there. There's nobody covering. Oh, they just adjusted. My goodness.
And here comes Stats. Looks, hit, and drop for a sack. Bobcats take over.
And a fumble.
So the Bobcats will get the first ball. 1st and 10.
There's a big stop there. Ball was recovered by Connor Rebo. I believe the sack was Isaac Whitmer and maybe Jake Fazer.
Is there a penalty marker? There is.
There is a flag. I believe it's on Saltsburg, and it's going to be declined.
Okay. So the Cats have it.
Big stop.
1st and 10.
Kids needed that. They needed it in a big way. There's plenty of time left to get the ball down the field.
1st and 10, Blairsville from their 13-yard line. They're down 25-6 with 4:05 to play, second quarter.
I tell you what I'd like to have seen is Connor pick that thing up and run it to the house. There was nobody there.
Isaiah Lawson, back to pass. Looks, left side, man's open, caught it, 30, 35, 40, and up to about the 43-yard line.
Yeah.
Whitmer.
Devin Whitmer ran a dig, came off on the break. Isaac put it out there very, very well. And of course, he caught it above his head just like he can. He's everybody's favorite receiver.
Pass completion from the 13 to the 45, 1st down Bobcats. Isaiah's had a couple of big completions tonight.
And Blairsville has a freshman in the game, Sean Shirley, running some plays in. 5'7", 135, got 10 seconds to get the ball off.
1st down Bobcats.
Out of the Wildcat,
at
Devin
their 45.
Whitmer.
Motion, Whitmer with the football. He gets to the 50, to the 45,
oh, my
and
goodness.
close to the 40-yard line.
He had that so set up. He took it inside. If he bounces it out, Ashton Perfetti is set to run a pick block, and he's down the sideline.
Whitmer to the 41, 1st down Bobcats.
Yeah, it was a Wildcat with Devin at the Wildcat position. He ran the jet fake, drew everybody from Saltsburg in that direction. He turns it to the outside. You'll see that again. But I'll tell you right now, if he bounces to the outside, he set it up beautifully. He's down the boundary. He scores.
1st and 10, Cats are at the Saltsburg 41 with 2:48 to play in the half. They'll reset Cage Kinney on the left. Timeout's going to be called.
Timeout's called because, once again, misalignment. Got to know your plays. You just got to know them. It's hard to explain. You got to know your plays.
Cats will talk this over, looking at a 1st and 10 from the 41-yard line. And
2:44 to go in the quarter. You pick up 8 here. Really cuts the deficit nice, and, Blairsville's going to get the ball back in the second half.
Again, we want to thank our video TV crew tonight, led by Andy Hart. He has Sean and Colton with him. We have folks from ICTC, SeaWorld Satellites, Colonial Motors, one of our video sponsors. And all you have to do is go to our website or our Facebook page, and you'll find the information on how you can watch live streaming video of our Bobcats this season next week at United.
And they get to listen to us.
And listen to us.
You win some, you lose some. There you go.
2:44 to play, second quarter. Trojans 25. Bobcats 6.
Yeah, Blairsville comes out this time in ace formation. Devin Whitmer in the gun, 5 wide.
Devin awaits the snap. Kinney in motion, fumbles, picks up the football, heads to the right side, and he crosses the 35-yard line, gets down near the 30.
There was really no fumble there that time, Chuck. It was a fake jet to Cage Kinney going left to right, and he just takes the kick-out block on the right side, carries it upfield, picks up a sharp 9 yards.
Yep, just a little bit of a bobble there.
There's no doubt there was a bobble.
Kinney was so close to him when he got the snap.
Well, that's what you want. You want that jet fake to be, it's all about timing running that.
And they'll put it at the Trojan 32-yard line, second down. They need 1 for the first down. Again from the pistol. And Whitmer hands it off to Cage Kinney, but we have a marker.
I'm going to say the Bobcats were in motion. Again, different cadence. Third different quarterback in 2 games. Different cadence. It means something different to the center. You know, you are on the verge of doing something big, and you take a huge step back there. That is most unfortunate. I wish I knew who 55 was from Saltsburg. He's doing some nice
grab
things.
The coaches when they come down. Well, you'll be on the other end. Okay, penalty moves it back to the 37. Now it's 2nd and 6 with 1:43 to play. Second quarter. Trojans 25, Bobcats 6. And operating under center, Lawson wants to pitch it left. He does.
Oh, my goodness.
And Cage Kinney is met by a defensive tackle as soon as he catches the ball.
Well, he was met by, again, let me look at these numbers. That was number 59, Brad Miller. He's having a night here. He's having a game. And he got a little bit of help that time from number 63, Kyle Rossler. They just pretty much blew it up. They came out of a 2-point stance. Blairsville pulled a guard, and he just got on the guard's track and made a great play.
3rd and 11 from the 42. Lawson back to throw. In trouble. Big loss. Back to about the 38.
He never had a chance. Never had a chance.
Angelo Bartolini on the tackle.
Angelo Bartolini, along with Sincere McFarland coming off the other edge. He never had a chance. And that, instead of being 2nd and 1, Blairsville has gone to about 4th and 27.
With 30 seconds left.
Well, you got to get a decent punt off here.
Whitmer will await the snap from center. Boy, things really got
He's
quiet
going to wait
all
till
of
it
a
goes
sudden.
down to about a second.
Yep.
Take the penalty,
Yep.
burn off a lot of time there. You got 9 seconds.
So the
that's a
delay
smart
game.
move. Take the delay game and actually burn off probably about 10 seconds on the clock. Now plant yourself a nice little punt down there. Let it roll. Go to the locker room.
All right. 9.2 to play. Whitmer back in punt formation at the 30.
Yeah, Saltsburg, whatever happens, they're just letting it happen.
There's the snap. There's the kick. Good kick. It's going to sail. Bounce at the 30.
Leave
they'll
it go.
just get
Leave
away
it go.
from it with 2 seconds, and that's going to do it. The first half has been completed here. Ernie Widmar Field at Memorial Stadium in Blairsville. At the half, Saltsburg 25, Blairsville 6. Stay tuned. Our halftime report coming up, and it's brought to you by the Colonial family of dealerships, Colonial Toyota and Colonial Motor Mart in Indiana. You'll love the Colonial experience. We'll continue from our S&T Bank broadcast booth. S&T Bank, relationship banking, one customer at a time. At the half, Saltsburg leads Blairsville 25-6. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
The Indiana County Technology Center Adult Education Program offers a variety of career pathways for adults. Whether you're looking for a new career or simply just learn new skills, ICTC's selection of diverse programs will help you achieve your goals. Our programs are tailored to fit your needs and offer industry-specific certification opportunities. Call today at 724-349-6700 to find out how we can help you become more successful.
If you want to reach more customers, advertise your business affordably, increase sales, and grow your business, this message is for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager. At Renda Broadcasting, our marketing and digital team will take your advertising to new heights. Your business will soar with Renda Broadcasting and Digital. So if you're just getting your business off the ground or your existing business is sputtering, let our team go to work for you. Call Renda Broadcasting and Digital at 724-465-4700.
And all the high school football information you need tomorrow morning beginning at 8 o'clock. It's our Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner program, AM 1450, WDAD, and it's also available on 101.1 FM and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We remind you next Friday night, the Bobcats will play at United. Our pregame coverage scheduled for 6:30 here on Cat Country 106.3 and on the Trib Live High School Sports Network. At halftime, Saltsburg leads Blairsville 25-6. You're listening to Blairsville and Saltsburg football on Cat Country 106.3 and the Trib Live High School Sports Network. We'll be back after this.
And explore new places. Gia Bumpus.
There's a lot of people coming through here.
Next we have Elena Constantino. Elena is the daughter of Rich and Connie Constantino. Leading FBLA, Remembering Adam, and the Yearbook. She is the Student Council Treasurer. Elena is a member of NHS and is lettered in cheer and track. She has been on the Distinguished Honor Roll while participating in college dual enrollment throughout high school. Elena plans to attend college and major in finance with a business minor. Elena Constantino. Next we have Haley Faribaugh. Haley is the daughter of Toby and Brenda Faribaugh. Haley has been involved with cheer and Remembering Adam. She has maintained honor roll and lettered in cheerleading. Haley plans to attend college and study to become a physical therapy assistant. Haley Faribaugh. Next we have Skylar Lutman. Skylar is the granddaughter of Holly and Rick Smith. Skylar has lettered in cheerleading. Skylar's future plans include attending either beauty or nursing school. Skylar Lutman. Janelle Weaver. Janelle is the daughter of Dan and Kim Weaver. Janelle has lettered in cheerleading, majorettes, and the band front. Janelle has been a two-time Atlantic Coast champion for majorettes as well. Janelle is also a member of NHS and Remembering Adam. She has been on Distinguished Honor Roll throughout high school. Janelle's future plans include attending college and majoring in nursing. Janelle Weaver. Our next senior is being recognized for her participation in both cheerleading and marching band. Olivia Potts. Olivia is the daughter of Timothy and Stacy Potts. Olivia has lettered in marching band and has been a member of the competition majorettes in cheerleading. Olivia's future plans include attending Westmoreland County Community College and then transfer to IUP for nursing. Olivia Potts. Next, we would like to recognize the following marching band seniors. Hannah Griffin. Hannah is the daughter of William and Misty Griffin. Hannah has participated in many school activities, including chorus, concert band, marching band, competition majorettes, musicals, and the county band and chorus. Hannah has been in Girl Scouts for 12 years. Hannah is also a member of the Tri-Am Band Fest, Indiana Players Musicals, and Indiana Youth Rifle Shooting. Hannah is the Tri-Am Honors Treasurer. Hannah's future plans include attending college for music therapy and continue to perform. Hannah Griffin. Next we have Jace Kaposis. Jace is the nephew of Amy Copo. Jace has been a member of the marching band. Jace's future plans include continuing his education in the area of psychology and art to become an art therapist. Jace Kaposis. Daniel Kukula. Daniel is the son of Marilyn and Henry Kukula. Daniel has lettered in band and participated in school musicals and plays. Daniel has also participated in Quiz Bowl, Poetry Out Loud, NHS, and the Student Council. He is president of his class and has maintained distinguished honor roll. Daniel plans to attend IUP Honors College for mathematics, education, and political science. He also plans to run for president in the 2040 election. Daniel Kukula. Ravi Makessa. Ravi is the son of Matt and Katie Makessa. Ravi is a member of marching band, school musicals, and plays, and yearbook. He participated in district and regional chorus. Ravi plans to attend IUP and major in political science or history education. Ravi Makessa. Isabella Previtt. Isabella is the daughter of Joe Previtt and Alicia Previtt and Pam Faulkner. Isabella has lettered in marching band and is a drum major. Isabella has participated in Girl Scouts for 12 years, Quiz Bowl, youth group, school plays, NHS, and band and chorus. She is the vice president of Tri-M and has been in the district band. Isabella has maintained distinguished honor roll throughout school. After graduation, Isabella plans to attend college majoring in writing and English education. She plans to pursue getting her writings published. Isabella Previtt. Ian Smith. Ian is the son of April and Kevin Smith. Ian has lettered in marching band and has participated in school musicals and plays and multiple county band festivals. Ian has also played soccer for 12 years. Ian is a member of the Tri-M Honor Society. Ian's future plans include attending KLU and majoring in creative writing and publishing books. Ian Smith. Acacia Woodley. Acacia is the daughter of Jessica and Joseph Woodley. Acacia's dad, Major Joseph Woodley, is currently deployed. Acacia is a member of the band front and has participated in concert band and musicals. She has also been on the stage crew. After graduation, Acacia plans to attend college to major in psychology to become a child psychologist. Acacia Woodley. Let's have a final round of applause for all of our seniors.
Good evening, Marching Band. In honor of Senior Night tonight, the Blairsville Marching Band will perform Ben E. King's 1961 hit, Stand By Me, as selected by Senior Ian Smith. The band is under the direction of Mr. C.J. Lyons, Assistant Director Miss Emma Fearment, Band Front Advisor Chad Detweiler, and is under the field leadership of Drum Major Isabella Previtt. Our leadership team this year includes Daniel Kukula, Hannah Griffin, Alex Cribbs, and Danica Davidson. Ladies and gentlemen, please enjoy Stand By Me.
You took him over there. I really like the picture you took of him.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Owned Fox's Pizza Dens of Southern Indiana County are seeking staff for their Saltsburg, Blairsville, and Homer City locations. Get a flexible schedule and a fun work environment with competitive pay. A manager is needed in Saltsburg, and delivery drivers are needed at Homer City, Blairsville, Saltsburg, and their new Alexandria location. Visit on the web at ajobYouCanLove.com or stop at a location nearest you, or look on their Facebook pages to inquire about employment opportunities.
If you want to reach more customers, advertise your business affordably, increase sales, and grow your business, this message is for you.
Hi, I'm Mark Burdick, Vice President and General Manager. At Renda Broadcasting, our marketing and digital team will take your advertising to new heights. Your business will soar with Renda Broadcasting and digital. So if you're just getting your business off the ground or your existing business is sputtering, let our team go to work for you. Call Renda Broadcasting and Digital at 724-465-4700.
No, I didn't know they scored again. Like even before
This year,
time.
so many things were closed to them. And I got to hand it to some of them. They did so many things on their own. That's why I was so happy that they had an opportunity to play. They can climb back into this. Getting the ball back, it's important to try to get down and get a score. I talked to Keith at halftime about the kick. He said the snap was good. He looked up. Well, that's a sophomore mistake. He's going to be a good kicker. He just has to get that consistency going there. So, a lot of mistakes. You could point things out on every single play, but they are very young, as is Saltsburg.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, how about if I throw this out here? Can you imagine if they were on the same team?
I have.
Well, I have for 10 years.
I have.
I have my entire career. They've always had several players that would have made us better and vice versa, maybe made them better, however you want to look at it. But there's some definite talent over there that I had hoped I would be around long enough to maybe coach some of it, in particular in the defensive front. And what you want, and I think that makes you better on both parts, is competition. Right now, there's no competition for any position in Blairsville because you have such limited numbers. Now, they have a big sophomore class on this team and a couple of add-ons here and there. Is that okay to call it that? A couple add-ons, and that puts numbers in their favor. But, what a nice team in so many ways. This could be, and I'm such a big fan of the veer. I love running the veer.
Yeah.
I thought last year their quarterback was just outstanding. He was tough, and he would have been an outstanding veer quarterback. You read the tackle, you come off with a belly, pull it, give it, whatever, attack the defensive end, and he was tough enough to do that and smart enough too, and hit that pitch. It's such a powerful offense, and basically the secret to it is you're not blocking a lot of down linemen. You're just getting into the second level. I thought we could have done that many, many times. I still think so. But, hey, I'm not there, and I probably won't be there. So, things are starting to wind down in this football career.
Our third quarter is being brought to you by Luxembourg's Jewelers, downtown Indiana, and the Indiana Ball. Cats get ready to return this third quarter kick trailing 25-6. This could be a big drive.
Again, there are assignments on this kickoff, and unfortunately, some people have not followed through on their assignments. Now, would Saltsburg onside kick here?
You got to be awake.
Well, you got to be awake, and everybody knows nobody moves till the ball passes them. So we'll see what happens.
Devin Woodmer, Cage Kitty, back deep to receive at the 15 for the Bobcats. Official says he is ready, and this third quarter is underway. End-over-end kick. Kinney at the 20 to the 25. Crosses the 30. Tries to cut up to the 35. He does. Crosses the 40. Sideline 45 and knocked out of bounds.
It's
Good
Isaiah
return.
Lawson.
I'm sorry.
Isaiah Lawson.
You got it.
Big return. Allowed the blocks to set up. I'll tell you what, I'm going to give you a lot of credit out there, a lot of kudos to those guys getting their assignments that time. They tried to go backdoor to make us run into all of their traffic, and Isaiah really made a lot out of what wasn't really there. So it's great field position. He gets it out to about the 47-yard line, 1st and 10, Cats.
Good return, Isaiah Lawson. First down, Bobcats. And he'll move to that quarterback position.
I'll tell you right now, Kyle Ressler, he saved a touchdown there.
1st and 10, Blairsville. First drive of the third quarter. They trail 25-6. Lawson in the pistol. Kinney in motion. Kinney gets the handoff right side. And as he tries to jump over a tackler, the defender just sort of reaches up and brings him down.
Angelo Bartolini made a very athletic play there. The first thing he did was take on the blocker, and the jet was there. It is definitely there. He took on the blocker because he didn't wait for the blocker to come to him. He got low pads underneath, jacked the blocker right there, and just played off and made a nice tackle.
Loss of a yard to the 46, 2nd down and 11. Kinney will flank wide left, also receiver to the right.
And the Wildcat, Devin Whitmer.
Pistol formation. Long count. Motion man's Lawson. Whitmer with the football. Looks to go up to the right side. Crosses the 45-yard line. Short gain.
Yeah, nice tackle there. Sincere McFarland.
Hawkins
and he
on the
also
stop.
had.
Put this back to the original line of scrimmage, 47, and it's 3rd and 10 for the Cats.
Unfortunately, Chuck, I don't have his number either.
Was that Mr. Hawkins? I think he was.
I believe it was. I
his
heard
number
it over
was
the PA.
Was switched to he's now 42, I believe.
Yeah,
he
Deshaun
was
Hawkins.
24. Yeah, how about
freshman, tackle, defensive tackle. He has good feet. He moves well. He's now on the other side. They're basically playing straight up in the air. You need to get low pads here.
Lawson tries to throw. Here comes the big rush, and he gets sacked.
He was absolutely run over. 3 plays. Offensive lineman for Blairsville is absolutely run over. That's a big man out there. Number 59, Brad Miller, 6-foot sophomore, 225 pounds. The difference is the Blairsville stopped their feet, and this kid never stopped his feet. And, of course, they're standing straight up in the air, which gives you a great zone to block.
From the 37, 4th and 20 for the Bobcats. The kick right down the middle of the field. Pretty good. Going to hit and bounce inside the 30-yard line and out of bounds. That's where you want it.
More like it there from Devin Whitmer. That's the type of punts that Blairsville have been accustomed to. We'll see if this adjusted defense makes a play.
1st and 10.
You know, Isaiah took a tremendous loss there, but he never had a prayer. He never had a prayer.
Drive for the Trojans will start at their 29-yard line. And it will
Cole
be 1st
Townsend,
and 10.
you rarely see an offensive tackle who's also playing corner. Number 78 at the right corner.
Braden Stats, the junior at quarterback for the Trojans. 1st and 10 at their 29. They're up 25-6. 9:30 to play, 3rd quarter. Stats turns, hands it off. McFarland fights off some tackles, and they're going to hit him for a loss.
A little bit of a defensive adjustment there caused him to make his adjustment, which wasn't so prolific that time. We'll see what happens. It brings up a 2nd down. Picked up about a half yard, Chuck.
Okay, 2nd down and long.
Blairsville showing a 62 front with both edge players coming hard to the power I.
They did a lot of running off their right side in the first half.
Well, here they come again. Power I this way.
Stats under center. Hands it off. Looks like he might have slipped a little bit there.
Yeah, there was nothing there. Hank Skirball took out the interference right off the bat. Connor Rebo finished the deal coming from the right side to left. That's a loss. 3rd down.
So McFarland's been stopped on the first 2 plays of this 3rd quarter for Saltsburg.
You know, a lot of credit to Eric Faust, Neil Stone making these adjustments. You know, just could not sit there and play the way we've been playing.
3rd and 10 for the Trojans.
This could be play action here.
Stats as the back split. One goes left, one to the right. Stats with the handoff, no gain at the line of scrimmage.
There's nothing there.
Oh.
That time it was they ran both power back and tailback out. We have a Bobcat down on the field.
Well, we have an injury timeout. We'll step out. It's an IRMC High School Sports Night. 25-6 in favor of Saltsburg. Back in 30 seconds. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Maybe you've heard of the Colonial Experience, but did you know that begins before you even walk in the door? At shopcolonialcars.com, we bring you a convenient way to begin your car shopping experience. Browse our selection of vehicles, and then come on in for the rest of the Colonial Experience. That's a lifetime warranty, lifetime state inspections, and more on your new vehicle, and a promise to keep working for you even after you drive off the lot. Because giving you unparalleled service is what we do. shopcolonialcars.com.
Want people to know that we are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and we're fully staffed, and we're here for everybody every day, all night.
IRMC's emergency department is always open and always safe.
It's third quarter time, and the third quarter is presented by Luxembourg Jewelers, downtown Indiana and at the Indiana Mall. Luxembourg's, Indiana's jeweler. And now back to the stadium.
Heath Bohannon up on his feet, being helped, but he's walking off the field. 4th down and 10 for the Trojans.
Looks like he rolled his left ankle. He seems to be favoring it, but not a lot. It's the first time tonight Blairsville's got a stop and a 3 and out. Now here again. Let's make sure there's not a fake here.
Lawson, one of the deep receivers for the Bobcats. Trojan offense will reset. There's the snap. And this kick is short, straight up. It's going to come straight down. And they'll let it bounce. So the Bobcats are going to be in pretty good field position. 1st and 10. Short kick.
Yeah, that thing went about 12 or 13 yards. A lot of pressure that time came from Isaac Whitmer.
First down, Blairsville. Line of scrimmage will be the Blairsville 47-yard line. And it's a 1st and 10.
A lot of cushion out here.
Keeping the football. It's going to be Whitmer, and he's going to be close to a 1st down.
You know, once again, he has the block set on the perimeter. He dipped it inside. He has to see a little more wider vision. He bounces that thing to the outside. He's down the boundary. And they are not covering Cage Kinney. He's they have at least a 16-yard cushion on him.
First down run for Whitmer to the 35. So he picked up 12. 1st and 10 Bobcats. 6:55 to play, 3rd quarter. Saltsburg 25, Blairsville 6.
Oh, my goodness.
From the pistol. Whitmer right side. Finds a little bit of hole, gets inside the 35-yard line. 2nd down.
Well, you got Isaiah Lawson on the sideline getting his hamstring stretched out, so now you're going to see the Devin Whitmer version of this offense.
And they'll put it to the 34 of Saltsburg. 2nd down and 9 for the Bobcats.
You got an empty set this time, Chuck. 5 wides.
Yep.
3 to the left, 3 by 2. 2 to the right.
Whitmer with the football, wants to go to his left, gets loose for a moment, then he's dropped back at the 41 and still on his feet. But he'll be behind the sticks and a loss of downs.
Well, the play was really blown up by Sincere McFarland, who just came off the edge contested. Now, I know there's an assignment there that was blown, unfortunately.
Loss of 3 to the 37, 3rd and 12 for the Bobcats. Coming up on 5.5 to play, third quarter, 25-6 Saltsburg. And the Cats would love nothing more than to put some points on the board on this drive and get back in this game.
Right now, they're in a cover 2.
Movement before the snap. Against the Bobcats.
Yeah, you get something going and you take a giant step forward and follow it up with 2 steps back. That's going to bring up a 3rd and about 18.
And this penalty puts the ball back to the 42-yard line. 3rd and 17. Sean Shirley bringing a play in from the sideline. Twin receivers left. Man to the right. Quick swing pass. Kinney at the 35. Penalty marker at the end of that play.
That's a block in the back on Blairsville.
Bartolini, Rocco on the tackle.
If I was Saltsburg, I'd take the penalty.
I think they did.
Make them play over again.
It's declined.
Declining. All right, it is 4th down. I take that back.
Okay.
4th down.
4th and 17 for the Bobcats.
In with the play for the Bobcats, Cody Taylor, a senior. 4th and 17 from the 43. 4.5 to play in this third quarter. Here comes Whitmer. Looks to throw. Left sideline. Tipped. Incomplete. Pass intended for Shirley.
Overthrown. Still tipped by Bartolini. Coverage is good. They brought a lot of pressure instantly. Whose fault is it? No one's. I mean, it's just the way things are right now in Bobcat land.
So Saltsburg gets the football 1st and 10 at their 43-yard line. Their second series here in the third quarter. First one didn't produce anything. Good defense by the Bobcats. And here's McFarland, and he's going to be hit for a loss. That's about 4 carries in a row. No yards for McFarland.
Hank Skirball knifes in off the right edge. Gets down right under the knees. Perfect place to tackle him. A lot of orange helmets coming around the ball.
2nd and 13 inside 4 minutes in the third quarter. Trojans 25, Bobcats 6. Line of scrimmage just short of the 40-yard line. Braden Stats keeps the football. Puts his head down. No gain, he'll lose.
No gain, he loses about a yard there. And we have another Bobcat down.
And we have an injury timeout. It's an IRMC High School Sports Night. Saltsburg 25, Bobcat 6. And we'll be back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Been involved in a collision or accident? Call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
Coach, could it be a case of cramps?
It looks like it to me. They're stretching and taking his foot and, run the dorsiflexion, plantar flexion back and forth, massage the calf. I hope that's all it is.
No scoring in this third quarter
yet.
yet.
Isaac Whitmer down there.
Well, that's our quarterback right now.
That'd be Devin.
That's right,
This
yes.
is
Isaac.
Offensive tackle,
Right.
defensive lineman.
Okay, he will walk off under his own power. That's a good sign.
It is, but he's got to get that stretched. And again, there's really no secret to those. There's a lot of secrets to cramps. Nobody really knows why. There's a lot of remedies, this, that, but, hydration is extremely important. And unfortunately, right now, Blairs will basically substitute a young linebacker. They moved him down to defensive line. That'd be Caleb Griffith.
3rd and 15 for the Trojans from their 37-yard line. So a big play here for both these units. Stats, he has 20 seconds left on that snap clock. Lots of time.
We're going into the 4-minute offense here.
Okay, now they
toss right.
Move a couple of guys. Here it comes. Here's McFarland at the 40. Tries to string it out. 45, gets loose 50, but he'll be short of the first down.
Yeah, nothing real secretive about that. Take your power back, your full back.
Now, Coach, folks watching our video tonight may be saying, well, they're getting 2 and 3 guys in motion at one time.
Well, they're not. It's just a shift. You can do anything you want before the snap of the ball. Power back, full back, shift to the left double wing, and it's pretty much an indication. They're going to toss it back to Sincere and try to get on the edge. This brings up a 4th down here. Blairsville has to get pressure upfield.
Ball at midfield at the 50-yard line.
They got to cheat back on this side. I like it coming towards us, Chuck.
2:12 left, third quarter. And there's McFarland, drop for the loss.
Hank Skirball, tackle for loss. Nice job, Hank.
Bobcats are going to get it in Saltsburg territory.
Yeah, they pretty much, what Blairsville's done is outflank their power I. They were able to double down on the tackle prior to that and kick out the defensive edge with the power back and the fullback. They've taken that away by bringing pressure from the edge. Right now, Saltsburg hasn't found the answer to that yet.
And that's 2 consecutive defensive stands by the Bobcats. They have it 1st and 10 at the 46 of Saltsburg.
I love the way they come off the ball. That'd be such an enticement to block people.
Here comes Whitmer.
And he ran outside the trap. Again, that's just a lack of experience because Jake Fazer hit a nice inside-out trap coming from the right guard to the left. He had to run behind Jake's block. It was definitely there. There was a gap there. Because right now, Saltsburg's pretty much putting 7 men on the line of scrimmage. They know Blairsville has a difficult time throwing the football. You're not really looking for anything like that. I still think a lot of dump passes are there. Particular, they're running a cover 2 again, but not very tight. They're giving, they're 4 quarters now. 4 quarters defensive secondary. No pressure on the edge.
No gain, 2nd and 10 from the 47. Whitmer with the ball. Pass to the right side. It's going to be caught at the 45. Cage Kinney. And did he lose it at the end?
I don't think so. It's a pickup of about 4 on the play. But again, you got X amount of moves you can make out there. You make one, you got to go. You can't stand and dance. That's just like I picked up about 3 on the play.
Yeah.
I thought if he bounces it to the outside, and we talk about this all the time, make your inside look, get to the boundary. Nobody comes off the bench to tackle you. You cut back inside, I know of 11 that are coming after you.
3rd and 8 from the 45 with 44 seconds left, third quarter. Cats will readjust. Kinney comes over to the left. He's one of the wideouts. Here comes Whitmer with the football as he rolls to his right. They get him and they will lose it, fumble, but the penalty marker on the play.
That's going to be a horse collar tackle. That's a horse collar. It must have come from the home base.
All right, penalty marker on the play.
It's a horse collar tackle against Saltsburg.
I'm going to have to redo this here.
And we back on.
We will be.
Sounds like we are.
I know, but I don't think it's, well, she's calling me right now. Let's see. Hello? Are we on now? It's renegotiating? Okay, it should be coming. Stand by.
Your antenna to set up, no installation, and no
There's a
contract.
we
Just
don't
take
need
it
one.
home and you are ready to go. Today at SeaWorld Satellites at 800-435-2808.
Yar, matey, what kind of fancy treasure chest be this?
What? Oh, this is not a treasure chest. This is an ATM machine.
Are you back?
That's how you kill a drive right
got
there.
it?
With my InFirst Bank card.
Yar,
We're back.
And this InFirst Bank you speak of holds your gold.
Well, InFirst Bank holds my...
You're on.
Okay. Well, Bobcats with another penalty marker on this play.
Well, I had a great penalty on the horse collar. That was easy to see. Puts him in position at 3rd and about 4, and the whole right side. Again, I'm going to blame it on cadence, whatever. The whole right side of the line jumps offside.
And we have just completed the 3rd quarter. IRMC High School Sports Night. Saltsburg 25, Blairsville 6. Back with the 4th period. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Christy Sweet.
Owned Fox's Pizza Dens of Southern Indiana County are seeking staff for their Saltsburg, Blairsville, and Homer City locations. Get a flexible schedule and a fun work environment with competitive pay. A manager is needed in Saltsburg, and delivery drivers are needed at Homer City, Blairsville, Saltsburg, and their new Alexandria location. Visit on the web at ajobyoucanlove.com or stop at a location nearest you, or look on their Facebook pages to inquire about employment opportunities.
Best country.
Chuck Clark with Abditory at the end of 3. Saltsburg 25-6. Bobcats hit with another inopportune penalty.
And it could be any number of things, Chuck. It's miscommunication. It's different speed of cadence. It's anticipation. Or it's just perhaps the offensive lineman on their right side just jumped. I mean, it's any number of things. And we lost is a lot of consistency, positive consistency without Zach Artley there. And certainly taken its toll on Devin Whitmer's role in this game.
3rd down and 8. Bobcats from the 45-yard line. Devin Whitmer has the snap. Looks to throw. Left side. Nice pass. Too long. Incomplete.
Way too long. You know, they're basically playing deep enough. They're playing 4 quarters. 4 quarters of the field. And their rule is don't let it get behind you. You know, I still feel that there's room underneath. You know, any kind of deep curl, any kind of deep hook where you come back to the ball. Right now, basically Blairsville needs 8 yards. You know, they don't need all of it. They don't need 45, 30 to 45. Nope. They need 8 yards.
So it's 4th down.
Empty
Football
set.
At the 45. Devin stands back at the 50. Gets the snap from center. Over the middle. The ball is tipped and incomplete.
Yeah, it was, you know, again, you certainly can't blame Devin. I mean, he's looking to go to one of his best receivers in Hank Skirball. And he doesn't have a lot of time. Now, the time was better there, but it turns the ball back over to the Trojans with 11:50 to go in the 4th quarter, and they're certainly up with a commanding lead of 25-6.
Well, this Blairsville defensive unit has played very well in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah,
they shut Saltsburg down.
Really happy with what's happening here in the 3rd quarter. Just got to, grow with it, learn from it.
Either team scored in that 3rd period. 11:50 left in the game. Trojans with a 1st and 10. Braden Stats, the junior, at quarterback. Stats has the snap. Bartolini with a handoff. Right side gets to the 50 and up close to the 45-yard line.
Now, one of the adjustments that you can make is they took one of the edge rushers away, and certainly they go back and just run an isolate off the opposite side. They're trying to stay away from the boundary. Going to give it to the big guns right now, and Gino Bartolini.
Well, the Cats shut down McFarland in that 3rd period.
Yeah, Gino's a powerful back. You got to like what he brings to the table.
First down run to the Blairsville 45, 1st and 10, Saltsburg. Lone receiver left. Inside handoff, McFarland gets to the 40 and then brought down at about the 37-yard line.
And then again, good pressure coming off this edge out here, but you have to you can't go deep inside. You know, you get down too far inside deep and you're going to have a problem. That time Sincere was able to get outside. And I know one thing for certain. He is seeing with a better view than I've ever seen him see before. And that, has a lot to do with his own maturity.
Well, he's having a
They're
game.
in a Wildcat right now. No, check that.
Career tonight. Here comes the handoff, and this will get inside the 35, and then the stop is made for the Bobcat, but then they get a second effort inside the 30.
Great second effort. He stepped out of about 3 Bobcats there. Again, you wrap, you run your legs. They go hand in hand. You wrap and don't run your legs, you get a big, powerful back like that, and both those kids have nice size.
Angelo Bartolini to the Blairsville 31 on a 3rd effort run. 1st and 10, Saltsburg. They'd like to use as much clock as they can on this drive.
Yeah, they want to score.
And also put points on the board. Handoff left side, McFarland stops, cuts, comes forward inside the 30.
There are people there to make the tackle, but they're just absolutely out of control. You got upfield nice, turned them back in nice, held them to about a 2-yard gain there. But again, get yourself under control, buzz your feet. Everything's not a kill shot.
Football at the Bobcat 28. 2nd down and 7. 9.5 to play in the game. 25-6 Saltsburg, all the scoring in the first half. Stats. Bartolini plows ahead, gets up close to the 21-yard line.
Yeah,
Gino.
He got up there hard. He got up there hard and in a hurry. Basically took themselves away from trying to get to the boundary. Now they're just getting upfield. Here again, it comes down to who's coming off the ball, who is fighting the double team pressure.
Gain of 6 to the Blairsville 22.
Sorry, Chuck.
That's
it's a series of double teams right across the front.
3rd down and 2 for the Trojans. Inside handoff, Gino Bartolini. Is he going to get the first down?
I believe he got it.
Looks like he did at the 20. Devin Whitmer, Hank Skirball, the stop for the Bobcats. First down run for Bartolini. At the Blairsville 20, inside the red zone for Saltsburg.
Yeah, we had a couple Bobcats that time go straight up in the air and get double teamed into the secondary, as they should. If you're going to play that way, that's exactly what's going to happen to you.
1st and 10 Trojans from the Blairsville 20. Stats will check with McFarland. Will be beside Bartolini. And the handoff comes to Sincere. Has a hole to the 15. The scrum keeps going to about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, nice trap play that time. Blairsville played right into it. The way to defeat the trap, Chuck, is you must collision the offensive lineman. That slows you from going into the backfield. If you don't collision the offensive lineman, you get in the backfield way too much of a hurry. You usually take yourself out of the play, and it's a hard thing to comprehend sometimes. You must collision the man across from you, or you're going to get trapped. And that time, Blairsville got whack trapped.
Ball set at the Cat 14, 2nd down and 3, Saltsburg. Stats takes his time.
takes the snap, hands it off. McFarland to the 15, to the 10, penalty marker on the play.
And he was leveled by Devin Whitmer. I mean, he took him off his feet, and I think there's a hold out here, to tell you the truth.
7:17 left in the game, 25-6 Saltsburg.
That was a big-time tackle there.
Yeah, it's against the Trojans.
Absolutely, and they know it.
This will move it back.
10 yards.
To the 24-yard line. Second down and 13.
They've been making most of their money on the Blairsville left side.
Here comes Stat with the fake. Wants to throw. Here comes the rush. Oh, is that a face mask? Yes, indeed it is.
Yes, it is.
Oh, my.
And that only happens because you don't break down. You know, you got to buzz your feet. You got to lead with your shoulder. You don't lead with your hands, and that is absolutely unfortunate. 15-yarder, first down.
So this penalty will be marked off against the Bobcats.
That's probably going to go half the distance to the goal there.
19. No, 13. 14.
Yep.
14-yard line is where they put it.
Not an automatic first down.
2nd and 4 for Saltsburg.
Wing T formation.
Stats. To Bertolini.
Wow.
10, 5.
What
down to about
absolute
3.
There was a Blairsville defender who had a chance to make a huge play in the backfield, an absolute whiff. Got to make those kind of plays. I mean, motor down, get under control. There's a complete open field tackle. That's a shame. That's just a shame.
Angelo Bertolino to the Bobcat 4-yard line, 1st and goal, Saltsburg. 6:17 to play.
Blairsville needs a turnover here. Saltsburg leads the Heritage Conference, but boy, they buckled down on that tonight.
Stats to Bertolini. Hit at the line, falls forward, and he's into the end zone.
Yeah, his legs
for the touchdown.
They
kept moving.
Not stop. Without a doubt, that face mask penalty was a killer for Blairsville. Absolute killer.
Saltsburg scores again. That was Gino, correct?
I believe
it was, yes. And that touchdown run, 4 yards. Rossler for the extra point kick. It's 31-6 Saltsburg. There's the snap. Here's the kick. It's high, it's long, and it is good. It's an IRMC High School Sports Night. 31-6 Saltsburg. Back in 60 seconds. Cat Country 106.3. Trib Live High School Sports Network.
Been involved in a collision or accident? Call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business serving the community since 1946. Call Petrov's A1 Auto Body in Clymer, the collision repair specialist at 724-254-9417.
Will assist with services that are tailored to meet your needs so you can stay at home. Call VNA Stay at Home for a free consultation and discover how we can help you.
On a run with a point after kick. The Trojans now lead the Bobcats 32-6. So after being shut out in the third quarter, Saltsburg puts together a 55-yard scoring drive. 6:01 to play in the game.
Hey, you can't take anything away from them. But that penalty was a killer.
So here we go. Kick is going to be picked up by the Bobcats, returned up to about the 34-yard line.
Yeah, Sean Shirley, freshman in there, scooped it up, picked it back, brought it back about 10 yards. Nice return.
Gino Bartolini with the stop. And they're going to put this one right on the 35-yard line.
I think you're going to see Devin Whitmer at quarterback probably the rest of the way.
Yeah.
Looks like Isaiah, since the stretch out, has not made any move towards the line of scrimmage. So
1st and 10 for the Bobcats. They're down 32-6. Whitmer, quarterback keep, hit once, and then maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage.
It's essentially the same thing again, where, you know, they're running a trap. You have to run behind the trap. You cannot run in front of the trap.
2nd down.
Blairsville's going to call a timeout. There's some hot heads happening out there, and one thing you don't need is have somebody kicked out of the game on either side so that they can watch the rest of this game and all of next week's game.
Unofficial total yardage so far. Saltsburg 321 yards on the ground, and the Bobcats 98.
Yeah, it's just it's the nature of the way things are right now, and the only thing you can do is keep trying to get better. You know, defensively, you know, there's so many things that have to be worked on, and it's just unfortunate, you know, until you buy into it, until you stay low. I mean, basic things, Chuck. Staying low, getting under pads, coming off the ball. You know, you have to want to do that. And if you don't want to do it, well, then you're going to give up over 300 yards rushing. And that's quite apparent.
5:31 to play. We'll be at United next Friday night. Pre-game show 6:30 here on Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network. And
did you get any scores?
I haven't got any scores. Maybe during our next break we can have some scores. Of course, Homer Center, Marion Center is canceled.
Right.
Or postponed. I don't know if they can make that up, but.
Well, I don't know what's going to happen with those
Purchase Line Penns Manor playing tonight, and Indiana and Greensburg Salem also playing tonight. And all the scores, coaches, information tomorrow morning. Luther Ford Lincoln Coaches Corner, 8 a.m. WDAD AM 1450, 100.3 FM. 2nd down and 10 from the 35 for the Bobcats.
Purchase Line Penns Manor tied at 8.
Okay, Purchase Line Penns Manor tied at 8. Whitmer the handoff.
There's a big
bring it around
hold.
to the 35 for Kenny, up across the 40 to about the 41-yard line.
Yeah, they missed a hold there. We won't even say who was holding, but let's just say number 30 from Saltsburg got the stretch factor tested in his shirt. And that would be Angelo Bartolini. And that thing stretched out pretty well.
Third down and 5. 4:54 and counting in this fourth quarter. David Whitmer at quarterback for the Bobcats. Straight up the middle, across the 40 to the 45, 46, maybe 47-yard line.
Nice effort on Devin's part. Really plowed ahead there. He was stopped a couple of times. You know, you talk about yards after collision. He picked up about 3 or 4 after that collision.
Yeah.
Gets a first down.
Good second effort at the 47-yard line. 1st down and 10 Bobcats. I want to thank our TV video crew, Andy Hart, Sean and Colton, representatives from ICTC, SeaWorld Satellites, our video sponsor, Colonial Motors. 1st and 10 from the 47 from the pistol. Whitmer looks left. Gets the ball in the air. Man's open. Good defensive breakup that time. Intended for Kinney.
Broken up by Rocco Bartolini. Broke well on the ball. Ball a little late getting there. Cage ran a good route. He ran a real good route. And, you know, let's face it, Devin, I think could be a great quarterback if he started being a quarterback in junior high. But to try to learn everything that has to happen in that position.
Your senior year.
And in 1 week.
Yeah, in
That's
1
a
week.
lot to ask. And I think he's doing a great job based just on that alone. I mean, his athleticism. And again, throwing Isaiah's big bomb in the first half.
Yeah. Here we go. 2nd down and 10. Again, he looks to throw. Dumps it off. It's caught over the 50, 45. That's a first down. And up to about the 41-yard line.
And again, he ran that hitch route to perfection underneath, which means he's driving off, coming back, because their safeties are playing, they're 20 yards downfield. You're starting to see a couple Saltsburg substitutes right now. They're bringing in Mike Stover. He's a senior, 5'8", 210-pound tackle.
Got a couple of halftime scores. Indiana leading Greensburg-Salem 29-14.
That'd be nice for them to get a win there.
How about this? United 14, Northern Cambria 12.
Hey, I'm not surprised.
Penns Manor Purchase Line tied at 8.
Yeah, I'm
First
surprised
and 10
there.
for the 40 for the Cats. Whitmer again looks, airs this one out. Kinney up in the air, and it's incomplete at about the 13-yard line.
Yeah, that baby was up for grabs there.
6 minutes left in the Penns Manor game. Comets 23, Purchase Line 7. Thank you to our TV
see who
crew.
was on the coverage there. Just still looking for a number.
Incomplete pass for Whitmer now, 2 of 7. Stops the clock with 3:25. And the football remains at the 40-yard line. It's 2nd down and 10 for the Bobcats.
That was Santino Bartolini on the pass coverage.
Whitmer from the shotgun. Devin steps up into the pocket at the 40, 45, 30, and inside the 30 to about the 29. First down run.
First down.
And a little bit of pushing there after the play.
Gino Bartolini makes a nice play. Came across, saved more yards.
Let's see where they mark this. 3:13 left in the game.
That's a first down.
First down.
Ball's on the Trojan 29.
29. All right. 1st and 10 Bobcats. Twin receivers to the left. Solo to the right. Straight up the middle goes Whitmer. Runs into the defense. Maybe gets a yard, or maybe 2.
Yeah, he picked up a couple there. Tackled on the play. Cody, I think it was number 72. That's Cody Bear, defensive end, sophomore, 210 pounds.
Second, a long 8.5 for the Bobcats with 2.5 minutes to play, and Saltsburg up 32-6. And Devin Whitmer at quarterback. Rolls to the right. Big rush. They'll hit him. He'll stay on his feet at the 30, cut it back, and fall forward to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, he bounced off one tackler. Actually, he was trying to switch gears there. He was tracked down by Angelo Bartolini from the backside. You know, good aggressive play. Trail him back. 3rd down to about 6, Chuck.
Devin pushed to the 25, so 3rd down. Final minute and 50 seconds of this one. See if the Cats can get in the end zone. On a 3rd and about 6.5. Whitmer takes the snap. Throws left side, incomplete, intended for Skirball.
It was.
Yep.
Yeah, he was covered by, looks like, Rocco Bartolini out of the backfield. That brings up 4th. You know, just timing. There's just so much that goes into this, Chuck, you know. And you find yourself down by 26 points. You know, you don't have too many tricks in your playbook left.
I have this as the longest drive of the night for Blairsville. This is their 10th play. 1:27 left. 4th down. They'll need about 7 for the first down. Twin receivers left. Here we go with the pass play. Left side intercepted right into the hands of the Saltsburg defender. And he'll come up across the 20-yard line.
Yeah, it was David Stuller on the play. I remember coaching against his dad. He was quite a talented running back.
You got some information there?
Oh, well, I think this is strictly for you.
Okay.
First and 10 for the Trojans on their own 21-yard line. Next week, the Bobcats will be on the road to play the United Lions. Trojans will travel to the Purchase Line.
First down and 10 for Saltsburg. And they'll get the football at the 21-yard line with a 32-6 lead.
Well, yeah, Penns Manor over Purchase Line, 23-7 right now. Make that 23-8.
At United next Friday night. Pre-game coverage 6:30. Cat Country 106.3. Trib Live High School Sports Network. A final. Penns Manor 23. Purchase Line 8. Dragons are 0-3.
Well, and you have, according to John Smathers, I'm taking this as the first half. Sincere McFarland rushed 15 times for 200 yards.
I would believe that's, yeah.
I think that's pretty accurate.
That's pretty accurate. Pretty accurate. Big first half for Saltsburg.
No doubt.
Yep. And it shows on the board 32-6. Final 50 seconds coming up. Second down and 11 from the 21-yard line. So the Cats will fall to 0-3.
Just going to ride it out here.
It will be a 1-2 mark for the Saltsburg Trojans with 29 seconds left. And that's going to do it. The Saltsburg Trojans have defeated the Blairsville Bobcats 32-6 here tonight. Stay tuned. Coming up next, it will be our post-game report that's brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first member, FDIC. Saltsburg 32, Blairsville 6. Post-game show next. Cat Country 106.3, Trib Live High School Sports Network.
No matter who you are or where you are, CNB Bank makes it easy to take care of life's necessities, like paying Uncle Rick back for lunch, or depositing that paycheck for dog sitting. And even if you prefer to bank the more traditional way, we still rock that too.
Welcome to CNB Bank.
Experience better banking at CNB Bank.
Scott Hillsbury here with Colonial Toyota. I'm excited that our doors are finally open, and we're happy for all of our other local businesses too. We understand that buying a car right now may not be top priority for some, but for those looking for reliable transportation, we're here for you. With new Toyotas at 0% for 60 months and a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles, there's no better time to buy. So stop in at Colonial Toyota or visit us online at shopcolonialtoyota.com, where the experience can't be beat.
Been involved in a collision or accident? Call the collision repair specialist Petrov's A1 Auto Body, a family-owned business.
4185. As the fall and then winter seasons approach, now's the time to get that landscaping work done. Call CNC Lawn Services. For landscaping, backhoe digging, skid steer work, and waste removal, call CNC Lawn Services in Slickville at 724-972-9960.
Clarksburg Sunoco. People from all over the area have come to know and trust Jim and his staff for mechanical repairs for their vehicle. Expert repair service at a very fair price. Trust your vehicle to Jim and his staff at Clarksburg Sunoco.
Today's Best Country on Cat Country 106.3.
And welcome back. It's our post-game show brought to you by First Commonwealth Bank. First Commonwealth Bank, time to be first. Member FDIC. Saltsburg Trojans outscored the Blairsville Bobcats 32-6. They scored on their opening drive of the football game. Sincere McFarland capped off a 62-yard drive with a 4-yard touchdown run. The drive went 7 plays with a point after